Yo, welcome to the 50th edition. 50
horns on that one.
edition of the Transparency Podcast. It's amazing, man. 50 episodes.
It seemed like it was past that, but I guess not, yo.
I know,
Only
right?
at 50?
50, yeah.
That's wild.
I mean, it's a lot of good content, though, bro.
A lot of good episodes, man. Shout out to the what was her name? Marva. The last show we just had, of course, when we did with Mallory.
Oh yeah, Mallory. Shout out to
Mallory.
Mallory down in Austin, Texas.
Sorry, Mallory. You know,
Mallory.
it's a lot going on, but we appreciate you. Thank you for your platform.
No doubt.
Show was crazy. Show was dope.
No doubt. And she said she's supposed to be coming up in here in Baltimore. She want to come to the content complex and shoot with us too.
Nice.
One day.
We
She
with
gonna
it.
travel up. So
We
shout
with
out to
it.
Mallory.
Shout out to Mallory.
Orphan Minds, man.
Orphan Minds. There we go.
She doing a lot of stuff with the young adolescents, and she doing a lot of good work down there. She was just recently in a conference at speaking engagement in Orlando, Florida.
Nice.
So man,
She's doing big things.
She doing a big thing. She doing
Major.
Big things. Yeah, man.
Mallory.
Speaking of major things, man, there's a lot of major things that we gotta talk about, man. We've been booked and busy, man.
We ain't been in the building. We ain't been in the building for a minute, but we back with another podcast. Thank you for all the loyal listeners, everybody that's been checking for us. We are back, and all we can say is just life has been going up and up and up.
Up and up.
A lot going on, man. You had a lot of proms going on. How many proms did you actually pay for? Should I say for 2023 season, brother?
Two proms. Had two proms. Two proms. Amaya, and Taylor. My 18-year-old daughters. They were excited, man. The send-offs was crazy. They look nice, man. They look real nice. I was very proud of them, man. And then graduating and all that stuff, man. I'm real proud of them, man.
Clap it up.
Yeah. And then my younger two daughters, Hermaya, and Hermione, they graduated. And one's going to middle school and one's going to high school. Man, I'm just proud of them, man. It was May was a really, really good month, man. May and June, man.
Yeah, man. May, June have been by far two of the busiest months I've ever had in my life, man.
Yeah.
Just a lot of dope stuff going on, but also just, a lot of personal things, happened, of course. You know what I mean? Got married, last Friday. God clap that up.
Man.
All about the union, doing it right, going the right way. Just feel great. Just feel like love, a lot of love from my, the ceremony and just the whole wedding day was amazing. So I'm still in a little high on that, man. As you can tell, that's been a lot, but still I'm back at it, doing what I do, producing, shot some more stuff. On Sunday I shot something. Yeah, today is Wednesday, of course, so I'm back at the complex shooting, episodes here, editing still stuff, giving people their edit. So the life doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop.
Just because it's still life, you know what I mean? So that's one thing I want to always just let's trust the people too, man. Don't never feel like, life stops when things happen to you that happens for you to you. However, things are gonna happen in life, man. You still gotta continue to be consistent. You still gotta continue to stay grounded.
Yeah.
Not get too high, not to get too low. Don't forget the main goal while you're here, the things that you love to do, the things that you're doing. But do take time to yourself though. So I am taking some time to myself and going on a honeymoon, of course, with my wife, and we're gonna relax for like a good week. So on top of that, I'm of course going to be, not shooting nothing for that time or not editing nothing for that time. But
don't hit me.
Don't hit me, please. You probably won't get me. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta figure out. I might have to get a secretary or somebody to answer some phones for me or something. But I mean, I'm gonna still communicate. But again, like I've just said to people, just to give people just something. Life gonna still life, man. So don't stop what you're doing. Just continue to build and work at what you're doing, and don't allow things like spending money on things that you enjoy about your life and family take you to a place where you feel like, man, you still got to get to it. Basically, you still got to enjoy what you're doing, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean it's the checkpoints in life. I don't feel like anything is finished unless you are pretty much finished. Like you're deceased from this earth. So like you have a legacy that you have living on. So again, like that your wedding, say for instance, that's legendary. That's something that family members and friends and everything, even the people that wasn't there, can look at the pictures
Yeah.
and feel like
Get with
feel like they're a part of it and be like, man,
And
that was
videos.
legendary.
Yeah,
Oh, it was
yeah.
video.
Videos
Oh
coming
my
too.
gosh, man.
Videos are coming too.
Hey, the pictures was fire, bro.
Thank you, man. Shout out to
Picture.
Daniel Mack.
Oh, Mac. Shout out to
Shout
Mac,
out to
man.
Daniel
Shout out
Mack,
to
man.
Mac.
He laced me, man. He did his thing.
Yeah.
I can't be more, appreciative of what he did. But yeah, the pictures are crazy.
That walk was legendary. That walk
Crazy.
with your brother and your son. I mean, it's just it was amazing to see that, man. So,
Thank you, man.
So and like you said, like, but it doesn't stop. Like it's like when you get married, it's like, okay, we're here. Let's enjoy this. Like you going away, honey? Where y'all going?
Yeah, we're going to the Dominican Republic and the Bahamas on a cruise.
Oh yeah.
So that's gonna be fun.
Definitely gonna be lit. Definitely gonna be lit. The water. Oh man, my goodness, the water.
Looking forward to that for sure. Looking forward to the
beautiful.
water. Looking forward to just the air, being out, relaxing on a cool breeze, water, and just taking it in, man. For sure.
Most definitely, man. So with that, like I enjoy that, and then you come back and like, all right, there's something to build off of. All right, let's go. You got your foundation and everything like that. It's like, all right, let's go. Let's
man. Because I do look at it like now that I am, right. I don't really look at it like things have changed, but I just feel like it's all coming together. So now it's now let's continue to stay focused. Let's continue to stay with the vision that I have in my mind. This is just all a part of the vision that I had. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like these things are coming to existence and fruition, and I want to continue to stay grounded and humble and thankful. Keep praying to God that He continue to keep me healthy, continue to keep me focused on what we're doing, and just keep moving. But yeah, this is all a part of the plan. So when I come back, it's just going to still be more of what I've already been planning to do. So let's just keep it going. You know what it is, Transparency Podcast. You know how we do.
Transparency Podcast.
We back.
We back.
Let's get it.
So yeah, we definitely back, man. And again, like I know y'all missed this. I've been trying to stay active on social media, but like I said, like life happens, and again, like I said, I had a busy month too, like with the graduations, the proms, and just working your normal job. Like we
still a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
We still work 9 to 5s, by the way, people.
How about to say we transparency, and we're gonna keep it 100. We're not just anything super special. We're normal guys too working, but we're bringing the knowledge and we're bringing realness from and rawness from our lives and to help other people, with their vision.
Get through their life, get through their day. And I know they, like I said, maybe we wasn't missed. I don't know. Maybe we was. I'm sure that people checking out the podcast wondering like, man, where the fellas at that do listen to us. So thank you guys again for supporting the Transparency Podcast. We know we have some loyal listeners, and we're just grateful that we continue to just, give people some content that they can listen to, help them out with their day, and be transparent at the same time.
Most definitely. And with that being said, man, it's more stuff to get into, man. So, more. So what do you think about this, the submarine?
Man, that's wild. You saw the news about it. It was very interesting to see that someone would take a trip to the bottom of the ocean. And as I was, getting more information, I don't have all the information. So if I'm wrong, apologize about it. But I heard it was, of course, some people that were wealthy enough to afford something like that. Mm-hmm. I thought it was a research thing, and I heard it wasn't like a research thing. I think it was more of like a research too. I think it was more like an exhibition or something that someone like paid for. That's a random excursion. That's what I believe it was. Now, again, if you're in the comments or you hear this, or someone knows more information on it, please. Know. But I'm gonna be honest. I think that it's definitely not taken lightly. It's cool. I mean, I don't think it's cool to take anything lightly. I seen like jokes and memes about it. That's not cool.
Yeah, I don't think so neither.
Yeah, but like far as it being like a topic, the first thing I think, like, man, I didn't give it that much attention, to be honest. To be like, I'm not a big history buff on like Titanic and everything. Yeah. Know it's a historical thing and everything, but I'm not sitting there trying to get all the information on it because again, we have a lot of things going on personally and in life. So really didn't care for it that much to be tripping about it. You know what I mean? To be honest, but praying for anybody that was in that submarine that didn't make it back to their families for sure. Hopefully, you know, their families are, you know, hopefully dealing with that in their ways, and hopefully they'll be okay. But you know, I don't know, man. That's just another story. That's just something random came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was really because I saw like on social media, I seen like people making jokes about, even people sending me DMs like about like a submarine, and I'm like, okay, I didn't get the joke because I didn't know
get the
what
sub.
happened.
You didn't know exactly
like
what the
why you
situation
talking about
was.
a random submarine. So then I seen it, I did my research, and I still don't think it's funny, man, because like you said, it's family members that have been affected, regardless, you know. And I know they were basically getting on one of the sons because they felt like one of the sons were the son. So the stepfather was one of the people that was on the submarine, and uh, the stepson, instead of like home grieving, like hoping that his stepfather was okay, they had a problem with him because he went to a concert to clear his mind.
Oh yeah. So I heard about that.
They had to clear his mind, and I mean, I can see it both ways. Me personally, I probably wouldn't be able to concentrate and go to, you know, something that crazy happen. But I probably would be able to. I don't know. I would have to, because it's my stepfather, so I would feel like it's my duty to comfort my dad. I mean, my mother. You know, because her husband is like, you know, missing, and she crying. I couldn't just leave my mother crying, you know, and thinking about
sobbing.
her husband.
Yeah, I mean, that could
while,
be.
while I'm at a concert, you know, pumping it up and all that stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, that's a difficult, delicate situation. But
yeah,
I mean,
see,
again, that's their family, man. I don't think no one should be that much information and judging that people to say, oh, just because he went out and he wasn't home crying or consoling his family, that he still doesn't care or something like that. Like, no one should be judging them people like that. I can't do it. I won't do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you can't tell somebody how they should feel. I don't think so. I don't think you should be. I mean, at least I don't think so. Like, even if he didn't feel anything, you can't be like, yo, that was your stepfather. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? There's certain people that.
How you deal with stuff is how you deal with it.
Yeah.
You can only deal with things the way that you deal with it.
Because would it have been any different if he went out for a run? You know what I'm saying? I went to go like with my man Forrest Gump when he was distraught. He just ran. He
just kept running.
Just started running. You know,
nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's how you deal with things. You might go to the gym. You might go for a run. You might go listen to some music. You might go to a concert, party. Whatever you need to do. You know, no one can tell you how to cope with a loss. So if someone dealing with some stress, deal with it how you got to deal with it.
So what do you do, like, for you personally? Like, what do you do when you declare your mind? Like, do you just you do the engineering thing and you just you know, what do you do to
clear my mind? I'll be honest, man. Sometimes it's difficult to actually do that. I probably, out of a day or 2 days or a week, I always feel like I got something to do. I got to do something. So when I feel like I'm just sitting around not doing nothing or like trying to figure out how to clear my mind, I feel like I'm not productive. But I usually just clear my mind by a bath, though, man. I take, baths, just lay down.
relax?
Sometimes I do just lay down and might need 15 minutes to just, no phone or nothing like that.
Yeah.
No editing, no checking on nothing, no checking a text.
Right.
And just sit back and just lay my head back, and just kick it, and don't really try to think about nothing.
Right.
Like I said, Epsom salt baths do me some justice for sure. That's like one of my go-tos.
Candles, you got the candles?
Yes, candles for sure. Music. Candles. Oh yeah, relaxing. Jazz. Oh yeah. It is a whole thing.
Yeah.
Epsom salt bath, candles, low jazz, smooth jazz. I'll throw the YouTube live jazz on.
Yeah.
Play that. And then that takes me to a good space for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
That's dope. Yeah. That's dope.
I didn't consider all that because I'm thinking like, that is all the thing though. You're right. Yeah.
Nah,
so I mean, I try to do that. Actually, I do probably, if it's not every day I do that, all of that. But, sometimes, out of a week, I try to probably get that, it's, like I said, this 2 months been crazy. I haven't done that probably in a while. But that does help for sure. That helps me. What about you? Yeah, what you got going on? What helps you release or relax or get your mind off the stresses of the world and just kick it?
I like sightseeing, man. I like driving. Obviously we're in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah.
And I love like seeing like different things in Maryland. Like, if you drive out like Frederick or you drive out I don't know, Moncton, like different places.
Different places in
You see
Maryland.
like not just the houses, man, but just the
Annapolis,
beautiful land,
the
man.
water.
Oh my gosh, Annapolis is beautiful too,
It
man.
is. Annapolis is beautiful.
I just love sightseeing, man. Stuff like that. I like the open road and just driving and stuff like that
Really?
to get my mind.
You take
I
road
meditate.
trips?
Yeah, by myself. Yep.
Really? What's the farthest you went on a road trip? What makes you like? What's considered a road trip?
Like a road trip, like for a day. Like I
Yeah.
drive to Pennsylvania or something like that. Just
Really?
to see Shrewsbury or
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like certain stuff. Like I said, cows and all that stuff. You just seeing different stuff. It's just
see the different areas yeah, I
see
get
the
it.
different areas.
In
I
the
mean,
state.
even in Jarrettsville, it's beautiful out there. My family is from like my dad's part of the family like was out in Jarrettsville, so it still looked the same out there. Like if you drive north, like close to Pennsylvania up there too, wide a whole bunch of land out there. And it's just like I said, it's just a peaceful ride, man. It's beautiful. One of my favorite places, another favorite place that I like going to is like New Market, man. New Market got like these lakes. That's like up Frederick too. But like they have like lakes, like man-made lakes out there, and you just chill and relax, man. And just like I just love it, man.
Yeah, man.
It's I love nature too. Like I seen like one time it's very interesting to see how families move, like animal families move. So I was sitting down and I seen like deer.
Okay.
And they were walking, right? And they didn't notice me at first, but I think it was the dad or the mom. Okay, no, it was a buck. It was a buck. So it must have been the dad, and he was walking with everybody behind him. It looked like his old lady was behind him, and the baby deer, whatever you want, they were behind him, and he noticed me. As soon as he noticed me, he stopped, looked at me, and put his tail up.
Oh snap!
And all the deer stopped. And they looked at me for a while, and I was looking at them.
Right.
And I guess he noticed that I wasn't posing a threat. So he put his tail down, and he kept it pushing, man. I thought that was pretty cool, man, just to see how different families, operate. So yeah, I'm a nature dude, man. I like sightseeing and just, going out. When I eventually get like I don't know, when I eventually get like my dream home, is going to be far, but not that far. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't mind that, man. I think having a home out in the area, open space, is really a goal of mine for sure. Yeah. I want some space. I want a basketball court. I want enough space that I can have, a pool if possible.
Yeah.
But just that land is like
nice, beautiful.
You ride past those places, you're like, man, they got all of this land.
Yeah,
like they really live here.
Acres and acres.
It's a lot. Like, man, this is pretty nice to have. So yeah, looking forward to that.
So yeah, so definitely like that's what I do. And I also like I like reading. I'm trying to get back into that. Not just reading the Bible, but just reading different books. I'm trying to like incorporate different things in my life too. And I think from like all the things that I went through these years over the past few years, it helped me because like you're reading and you're listening to people different stories or watching different YouTube. You go to YouTube University and you hear different testimonies and things of that nature. You be like, man, that's how they dealt with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so I like doing stuff like that, man. I like just relaxing. You know what I'm saying?
You think out in the world like this where we have so much distractions, so many distractions out here in the world with so many apps and electronics and family, and seem like everything always like in heightened. It's like everybody's so sensitive or whatever. But it's like, you think with all of that us as people really know how to relax? Like, I mean, we say we relax, but we have a lot of distraction things going through our mind daily. Like, how do you think that, like, do you really feel like, and not saying that, because money doesn't do it. I'm not saying if you get the most money, you're going to be relaxed. That's not going to work. If you have, food on the table and you still have a good home and, things like that, I mean, that helps, but that doesn't, like, keep you relaxed. You still got to take care of you. Still got to work. You know, blah blah blah. So I think you know, having peace comes within, man. I think, you know, God and, you know, spiritual things, spiritual beings of higher power, and praying to God and having something to believe in helps with those things.
Right.
And meditating and speaking to yourself and speaking things life into yourself.
Yeah.
I think is important to really get peace. If you say you want peace, you know, eventually it's going to come. That's something I pray for. You know, pray for peace, pray for positive energy. Like, those are things I actually just sit down and pray for. But not saying that all of those things are, everybody does that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh yeah, but people got to find out what helps them. But do you think now in these days, like, I mean, of course people say it all the time, but do you think people truly, or do you think you truly get to a state of like, man, this is really relaxing, I'm really feeling good, I'm in a good place?
You know what's funny about that, Moody? I was born in 1983, and it's finally the first year, 40 years later, it's the first year that I can kind of say I've found my peace.
That's big.
I've found my peace because I'm not, like you said, distractions. I used to be the person that'd be like, I'm the first person people call. Like, it's just like, it just is what it is. I'm the first people call, whether it's my son, my mother, my children, I'm like the first person people call.
Chosen man.
But you gotta allow yourself to understand, like, hey, I'm only one person.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't take that call.
Sometimes you gotta say no.
I look at people now. I love y'all. I'm be honest with y'all. I'm looking at the camera. I'm be honest with y'all. I might see y'all calling, and I say, well, this call gonna wait for a second. This call gonna wait for a second. It's boundaries. You gotta create boundaries, and that's what I'm learning, just to create boundaries, because I want my peace. Because if you don't have your peace, where you gonna find it?
Nowhere.
And nobody. Not saying, and it's crazy, right? Because it's not like, I don't think people do it on purpose to mess with your peace.
Right.
I think they just come to you with, you know, a lot of problems, and it weighs on you.
Yeah,
and then this person solve it, and they start burying you with different problems, and you sitting there like, you concerned, you really love the people, but you gotta love yourself more. You gotta be selfish. You gotta be self-aware. You gotta have self-love before you can help anybody. You need to help yourself. So I'm starting this. I gotta figure out what day I want to do this, but I'm gonna have like I'm gonna go away. Like I said, on a road trip. No electronics. Put my phone down for a day.
What?
Put my phone down for a day.
For a whole day.
For a whole day.
I mean, it's doable.
Yeah, it's definitely
doable.
Yeah, I mean, because think about it. We ain't had phones before, and just go by yourself and relax. Whether you get in the tub at a hotel, whatever. Like, you owe yourself that relaxation. Your mind is constantly moving with how I'm gonna do this for my wife, how I'm gonna do this for my brother, how I'm gonna do this for my mother, how I'm gonna do this for my job, how I'm gonna do this for me, how I'm gonna do this, all this stuff. And there's nothing wrong with helping people, but you have to have that day of cleansing. Take yourself out on a date. You know what I'm saying? Take it. You don't have to always. That's what I'm learning too. I love my alone time, by myself.
Facts.
I can be in a house, nothing. No, no nothing going on. It could be like a dark house and I'm just chilling, just relaxing, laying down. So I feel like this is the time to find your peace. And you got to have that peace of mind too. And if people can't respect it, it is what it is. They're not supposed to be in your life. And I will say this too. Even trying to be a leader in a household or something like that, I used to stress myself out about, my family. And I would tell them something, constantly tell them something. Hey, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. I'm waving a red flag saying this is going to happen. Oh, no, I'll be good. And then it happened. Then you keep calling me. How did this happen? I tried to tell you.
Should have listened.
So now I don't let it stress me out. What I do is lead by example. And if you do not follow in my footsteps, I can't force you to come.
Yeah, you can't, you cannot do that. You cannot force someone to make changes or respect your boundaries. Right. You just gotta tell them what it is. Like, look, this is what I'm on. Yeah. If you can't, I pray for you with love. Hopefully everything works out. You know, if you don't, take heed to anything I'm saying, cool. Hopefully you'll be good. But this is where I'm at. This is what I'm on. I don't have really a lot of time for those things.
Yeah.
I need to cut this conversation short. I gotta go.
Yeah, something on plane.
If I can't answer the phone right now, it's no disrespect. I just, I got things that I'm really trying to get accomplished, and I can't allow something to take me away from that's going to help me with my peace and what I'm trying to do. So that's what it is.
I mean, think about this. How you said you love slow jazz or whatever like that. Think about you saying that at the age of even 30. You told your homeboys that. They'll probably start laughing like, damn, nigga, you doing jazz and not like what's going on. But that's what you do.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
That's what you're doing for your peace.
Right.
But it's always somebody trying to deter your mind of, man, that's crazy. That's weird. That's that. No, but that's what he's doing for him.
Yeah. Now it's like everybody's starting to find things that help them personally and doing those things. It's like, if you notice, maybe someone that was on something 5 years ago or 6 years ago, they not on that no more. And you be surprised, like, oh, damn, you really grew out of that. That's what's up.
Right.
Like, damn, you're really
proud of him.
Like, man, you really doing good, man. Like, and it's like, at some point, they probably either was someone that you knew that they probably saw some inspiration in what they did or what they went through something and made them change. I went through moments where, I started, doing things different and I seen changes. I'm like, yeah, man, that's what's up. I'm not doing that no more. I'm, doing different things. So it's all about your journey, man. That's what it's about. It's all about your journey, what helps you. Because you can only be as true to yourself as you can be. Like, nobody's you, so you know what helps you. You know what I mean?
You know what helps you? Like, another thing, I play softball. Every Sunday.
Yeah. I'll shoot some hoops, too. I go to I got a ball in my car right now. I'll go shoot some hoops real quick.
Yeah. And that's cool. They got the goals up everywhere now.
Yeah, it goes up in Baltimore County, man. Shout out to that. About time. That took some years. I don't even think the Winfield court's up no more. I think they had like one Winfield court up. That was our court. Yeah. They got Newtown, one in Windsor Mill.
Yeah.
Some others, out there, but we can go get a run in, which was, we couldn't find one about 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man. And that's and like now the kids are out. They out there playing, man. They out there because I see guys out there hooping. I see young guys out there hooping and stuff like that. So it's a real good thing.
Can you get a run in right now?
Me hooping, bro? I don't know, bro.
You can't play 5-on-5 right now, bro.
I ain't played basketball in probably like a real game.
5-on-5, man. It's 16. Let's go.
I'm trying to think.
Or 11. We'll go to 11.
It was 11. I was down my this was before my son was born. This was about like we went to South Carolina.
Okay.
And I was shooting. I was Steph Curry and her family. Her bum ass cousins out there.
Steph Curry out there. Splash Brothers.
Definitely shooting out there. That's the last time I actually played competitively, like playing basketball. And to me, it really wasn't super competitive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were just shooting around. And, I mean, we just playing, like you said, playing 11 3
playing out there, just getting it in, man.
Yeah, just getting it up. But
a little competition. It's been a minute. But full court, you ain't done that.
I ain't do that in a while.
I think the last time I played full court wasn't that long ago. It really wasn't. It's probably like a year ago. Oh, it was when I got engaged. Yep. I got engaged a year ago. The day after I got engaged, we went to, it was like, around that Juneteenth time. Yeah. I went out Columbia with some of the homies. It was some of the Columbia homies.
Some real nice course out there.
I forget what exactly. I think we was out in that area. But yeah, we played, and I was cooking. I had a couple buckets. They was trying to stop me. They couldn't stop me. They couldn't. I ain't trying to. But no, one of the guys.
You gotta tell them how it is.
One of the homies was like, man, because it was like with Herbie's people, because Herbie from that, from that areas. Yeah. He was like, you got to bring your little rubber bag out here, man. I'm going to get on him. So basically, he was trying to tell me to come back out there so he could stop me because the guy that wanted to play me, he didn't get a chance.
Hey, yo, what Drake said?
They always try to get me back out there so they can try to, like, I can stop him. Like, it was a good, like, I felt good. I just got engaged. It was a nice day. Yeah. I was making layups, making good buckets, making some dimes. It was good. It was good. Like, that was a year ago, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to say my son he about to be 4, so I ain't played. Yeah, that was almost like that was 4 years ago.
Damn, that was 4 years ago.
Yeah, we used to play at this church in Columbia. Me and my brother, homeboy Barry, homeboy Reese. You remember Reese? Maurice. He used to go to school with us.
Yeah.
Maurice used to, Maurice
A homie.
Maurice was shooting. Maurice, man, Maurice can shoot, man. He still can shoot. He
can shoot.
He came from side note, shout out to Maurice. He came from it was one summer, like he could shoot a little bit. Like he had a low J, but then he went away for a basketball camp.
Right.
He came back with this crazy form. Like what we was talking about, it was like a weird looking form. But
it was going in.
Wet. Super wet.
Yeah, he worked on it.
So what he'd do, man, at that court, man, he'd hit the game winner, and just he won't even say nothing to nobody. He'd hit the game winner and run out of the building, get in the car, pull off, go home,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna dip. Like
he was gonna dip.
That's what's up.
He'll get a game winning bucket and be out of there.
He just dip like, all right, man, I'm out. Buckets.
Put his finger out, run out.
Buckets.
Yeah, that used to be fun, man. We used to go there every Tuesday, man, and just hoop there. My brother Danny used to go out there too. It was just fun, man. It was fun. Like, and now, like I said, it's just softball for me now. Might throw a few passes to my stepson here and there, like throw some passes to him. Football, like I was doing the I-9 coaching that.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to
shout out to I-9 Sports East Baltimore director, my man Money Bills Devin Johnson. He has been
Money Bills.
He has been getting to it. Like people already registered. You can register right now at I-9 Sports. You get $10 off before July the 23rd.
Let's get it.
East Baltimore, preferably, of course. You can register West if you like, but he's the director for the East Baltimore
district
area, exactly. And anybody in the area, East Baltimore County, East Baltimore City. We got the area. You got a park. You're ready to go. I'm gonna be involved. If your kids are growing up at ages between 3 and 14, bring them out, man. It's affordable. They're going to all get playing time. They're going to all learn about sportsmanship. They're going to all learn about skills, practice, discipline. We have drills. You're going to have all the equipment you need. All that's provided, jersey, equipment. All you do, got to get your own cleats, of course, but that's, usually it's one of the first things you got to get. But flag football, soccer, basketball, baseball, yep. All of those sports are going to be available on the East Baltimore side of things. So yes, please lock in because your kids need it, man. It's nothing about being in organized sports, soccer, football, whatever it is. Get your kids into organized sports early so they can understand how to conduct themselves, be sportsmen, have understanding of rules and regulations, and those things are important when you're growing up, man, for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. And for I-9 sports, a lot of people like, oh man, it's flag football. It's not just flag football. It's teaching you how to, like you said, how to play the actual
organized sports.
Organized sports.
It's organized.
It's not super aggressive. It's a great starter into what you're trying to become.
Absolutely.
Just for the concerned mothers that listen, because man, these mothers, my baby ain't getting a concussion. My baby ain't this. My baby ain't that.
Football is a real sport, man.
It's a real sport.
Pads.
Yeah, it's pads.
Tackle football is real.
So I-9 is no pads. It's
flag football, man. Soccer. It's good to get your kids out there, man. So
you gotta get your kids. Let's get our kids in some things, man. Let's get some kids in some things. So, hit up Black, and we
Money Bills.
Money Bills.
Devin Johnson, director. Big things to him, man. He that took, of course, effort and time and he had to go to training and you can get into that. Being a director of a I-9 sports franchise, you have to invest in it, of course. You just can't walk up and do it. But he saw a really good opportunity. He's already been in sports. He's been a physical education teacher for some time now. He has a degree in it. He's been played college sports. He done everything under the sun. So he's been doing his thing. Yeah, man. So getting your kids into sports are important, man. You know how it is. If you're growing up in an environment where you're in that realm, if you got opportunity, get your kids out there, man.
Yeah, most definitely. Shout out to there you go. Brain ain't working right now.
Who we shouting out, Brody? Somebody from a guest or somebody we had on a show?
Dag. No.
Somebody that we need
He
to reach.
running a basketball. I'm bad with names, man. I'm bad with names.
Running a basketball camp?
Yeah, he running a basketball camp. I want to shout him out too.
Oh, snap. Who we got, man? We get him on the show.
Oh, yeah. Andre. Jordan, Scoop brother.
Oh, Scoop bro. Oh yeah, that's what's up.
So he running a basketball camp. He does basketball with the young ladies in the Randallstown area too.
Oh, that's tough. Shout out to the fam, right?
So he's doing that, man. He's doing big things, man. And like I said, I was doing the I-9 sports out here. I was just coaching because my son, he wanted to play football, but it was the basics. It's teaching you the basics of it. And now, like he want to play again, but I mean, we'll see. We'll definitely see. And like in the soccer, I love the fact that it's soccer, tennis, baseball, football, like just anything that you're into. And it's not just for young men; it's also for young ladies too.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely
stay busy. We gotta get these. The kids off the. I mean, it's okay to have your tablets and enjoy yourself and relax, but I think these kids need to go outside and get some fresh air too.
Excuse me, yeah, man. If they not, then they should. You can balance it out. It's all about balance. You can't be in the house all day, 7 days a week, and
playing a video game.
Yeah,
playing role.
You gotta get them out. You gotta get them out sometime. Sometime get them out doing something. You can't be in the house all day every day. Get them out doing something. Start with a program. Start with a extracurricular activity that they enjoy, of course, and like, and then work your way out to something that you think that'll be something that they can really learn and do well at and excel at some point.
So i9sports.com is inexpensive. Like it's not expensive neither. It's not as expensive as you think. It's not as expensive as you think. Because I know first thing people think about is like how much it's going to cost. So, this and that and other. And that's the reason that, $34 is the reason why, your kid won't be able to participate in the sport. And it might, I
mean, you get 7 weeks, usually around a season or a fall or winter season. Usually around about 7 weeks. And I believe it's from like if you sign up early, usually like $134 for them 7 weeks. So if you break that down, that can be what? $15 something, $16 something a week, which is not that much. Like it really ain't that much, to be honest. And that you get like I said, jersey, equipment is provided. You get an organization. It's an hour of sports that they get to enjoy, practice the game.
I'm about to say it's a little bit more than an hour because you practice before the game and then
I think it's around an hour though. I don't think it's more than an hour, but you do get the 30 minutes of practice time and then you get the actual game time.
Okay. And it just help out. And then like not only that, they might can build a lifetime friend. I know it was a lot of kids that was on my son's team that you could tell, the mom wasn't involved or the dad wasn't involved, and they really was home. Like some kids just lived with their grandmother, and their grandfather was trying to get them out there to do some stuff. And like they meeting friends, and I had to put the picture on I said YouTube on social media, but like they really enjoyed themselves, man. They really did enjoy themselves, and it's a special thing. It's a special thing.
For sure. So yeah, man. Shout out to the kids. It's all about the kids.
All about the kids, man.
Yeah, man. This summer has kicked off, man. So, how you feeling about? Well, we want to take it to the sports real quick because we gotta break it down. There's a lot of right now is it's like the portion of the year where it's like. The NBA season just finished up.
Yeah, shout out to the Denver Nuggets.
Shout out to Denver Nuggets, of course. The NBA free agency just started up, which is going to be a lot of moves. We've seen some moves, seen some things happen. Of course, Chris Paul went to Golden State. I don't know, man. Who knows? Of course, training camp. We got the Ravens. Man.
Yeah.
We're going to be all right. I'm just going to say it right now.
Hey.
You talking early predictions? I'm talking early predictions right now. The Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl this year. That's a fact. I'm calling it now. So when y'all see this, I want y'all to play this back and say, yeah, Moody said it. Yeah, I'm calling it right now. You know why?
Why?
We have health is important, number one.
Yes,
but we have a complete team. We have special teams, defense, offense. Our positions, we're right there. We have coaching, of course. We have determination. We have a fan base. We have what it takes to win the chip. It's all going to, of course, rely on us playing together, us being healthy. But, you know, this new offense we're going to have to see. But I really see us. I see us scoring a lot of points. I really do. And I see us stopping people. So you know, but you got to show up and you got to play the games. You know, the games don't play themselves. And our schedule didn't look too bad. Our schedule looks pretty favorable. So we should be able to win a division. Once we win a division, we up. So, yeah, we're going to win it this year. So, yeah, looking forward to training camp. I mean, right now is June the 28th. Training camp starts, I believe, July the 1st or mid-July. I think it starts.
July the 21st.
They report pretty quick. But the thing is, I mean, once training camp starts, it's preseason games. So, they got to practice for some time before they start. But, yeah, I mean, we right around the corner. So, yeah, football season is on its way. Yeah. You know, you got the, you know, FIBA play and Olympics and, I mean, not Olympics, but just FIBA play of U.S. and, you know, all of U.S.
soccer.
Yeah, soccer, of course. Things like, you know, of course, those those tournaments and things of that nature in the summertime. You know, that's what it is. Summer league, of course, going to start, you know, and things like that. So, you know, summer it's officially here, man. So I want to enjoy the summer, man. Sometimes the summer go by so fast.
Yeah, you gotta enjoy it.
You be like, man, it's already you at the 28th of June. I mean, it just started. I think it was gonna be July. Right. July come, then August will be gone.
Then August will be here.
So enjoy the summer, man. I'm going to Hershey Park tomorrow. I'm gonna enjoy that.
Shout out to Hershey Park.
Trying to enjoy this month of July again. You know, going to my honeymoon. So I want to just enjoy the summer, man. That's what my mind is. I want to get ready for the sports seasons, of course. But yeah, sports is what it is. So how did you feel about Jimmy Buckets and the Denver Nuggets? You know, how did you feel about that series? You know, it's crappy, or the whole playoffs as a whole. And then, of course, how you feel about your Niners and everything.
No, I got you. So the playoffs, in my opinion, was the most exciting NBA playoffs in a very long time.
It was exciting. The finals came down to what it came down to. But
the finals was kind of like a dud.
Yeah.
Because like you knew that Miami. I'm surprised Miami still won that one game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I called 5-1. I had a feeling it was going to lose. I mean 4-1. Excuse me.
4-1.
5-game series. 4-1. Yeah. I had a feeling they was only going to get one.
Yeah, but it was exciting to me because maybe because you know what I was doing FanDuel too, man. I was winning some money doing FanDuel, man. Like on these different games, and I'm like, man, that I was so disappointed in that. My favorite series, to be honest with you, even though it was 6-2, one of my favorite series was Denver versus
4-2. Yeah. 4-2. Yeah, Denver and Phoenix.
That was
it was a discussion about that, I believe, on our first things first. Like, was that series more competitive? Of course, it was more competitive, but was the games more competitive or the Lakers games more competitive? Because they blew them out because the Denver Nuggets blew out the Suns on their 2 losses, and it seemed like their 4 wins. Their 4 wins was pretty much blowouts, is what I'm saying. The 2 wins, of course, it was kind of close, but they did win one convincingly. And then the Lakers pretty much played the Nuggets kind of like close all 4 games, but they lost though.
Kind of, they played them close, and that was actually that was my favorite series. Now I think about it,
the Lakers.
Because it was just showing like the rise of different people. Like, man, I think the Lakers is good. I think the Lakers
they came together.
They might gotta add like maybe 1 or 2, but they need to stay pat because it wasn't like those games was blowouts.
No, it wasn't blowouts.
They weren't blowouts.
It could have swung, but you know they had too much firepower as far as just that bench and the players just wanted it more. Yeah. You know what I mean? The Lakers pretty much ran out of gas. They came to a point where, the Lakers was a little bit in over their heads, I think. They did well to get to that point because no one expected them. They were at a certain point, they were like the 12th seed and ended up getting in by skin of their teeth. So
yeah, they did. They were.
I mean, not,
it was injuries though, and
yeah.
And to be fair to the Lakers, that team was assembled.
Yeah, midway point. That's what I'm saying. They got a whole new team, bro.
Right.
Like, and still made it that far.
Yeah, and I think they good, man. I think the Lakers good, man. I like Austin Reeves, man. He is cold blooded.
He about to get paid about $25 million a year.
He is cold blooded, man. Like I said, I don't think they need to. Like I was hearing something about they might try to get Kyrie and
they're gonna try to get a couple people,
or try to get
they're gonna make some moves.
Now if you get Damian Lillard,
in LA, oh wow,
man, Damian Lillard,
that'd be big.
Yeah, stuff like that. So
that'd be a big deal.
Like I said, I thought the playoffs was really entertaining, man. I thought Miami was very entertaining. To be honest with you, I kept saying to myself, I said, man, if they just because everybody, I get with my brothers because my brother he's a big Miami Heat fan and he gets a little delusional about his team. In my mind, he was saying like he been saying for years, Jimmy Butler's a superstar, and in my mind, I think he's a star. I think he's really, really good. But
Jimmy Buckets
superstar is a bit much. It's a bit much, and like people, you can't give out that superstar title as like like it's $1 or something like that.
To be a superstar is a lot more than just winning some games. You got to put people in the seats. You got to be must see TV.
Right.
You got to be exciting, but you still got to win too, though.
Yeah.
Superstars, usually get the chips too.
Yeah.
We can name some of them, but Steph, LeBron, these guys got rings. I mean,
superstars.
These superstars. Kevin Durant, he has rings. I mean,
superstars.
These guys got rings. I mean, let's just be honest. Giannis, superstar rings. Now Jokic, he's got rings. I mean, a ring. Excuse me, but
he got MVPs.
Yeah, he's a superstar.
So, but even Embiid, I think he's a superstar.
Yeah, he's a superstar. He put people in the seats. People want to see him play, and he plays at a high level, but he did come up short. That was one of the disappointments, I believe. That them losing that series after they was up was a disappointment.
It was just, they handled it, and I'm not gonna lie, Boston, man, disappointed me too, man.
Yeah,
but Boston,
and they just shipped Marcus Smart.
Oh man, and I think that to me,
they got
Porzingis, and Marcus Smart, man, he played pretty good defense. He was just like one of them people that did the dirty work, man, and make them through. Like he kept them alive, man, and I think that was like Game 4. Game 4 against and even I think game was it Game 6 versus the 76ers?
Which one?
No. Wait. Who was the game?
James Harden?
No, not James. Well, James Harden disappeared, but
Maxey?
Who was Boston playing the series before?
Atlanta?
No, they played. They the ones that played. They played.
They played Atlanta. Then they played Philly.
They played Philly,
and then they played Miami.
So Game 6 against Philly. When Jason Tatum, he wasn't doing his thing.
Yeah.
Like he killed Game 7. I think he dropped 50 Game 7. But man,
but he was able to. Game 6. Yeah, Game 6. He made like 12 straight points to get him. So he did show he was off in the beginning of the games. I mean, beginning of the quarters, but he was able to put it together and get them that win. And then he went off in game 7.
But I think Marcus Smart is the one that kept him
ready.
Kept him like Smart, he kept him like he held it. So
that's a tough guy to lose.
That's a tough guy to lose, man.
He plays top defense too.
Yeah, and his energy, man.
That's a big pickup for Memphis, though.
Memphis. Speaking of that, man. Well, we gonna. Well, yeah, we gotta talk. We ain't even talk about that. Memphis, man.
Ja. I mean, we have to say 25 games next year. He's going to be suspended. I think 25 games was fine. Anything over that would have been a lot. But, I mean, hopefully he gets it. And if he doesn't get it by now, then he won't never get it, bro. That's all I can say.
Do you think it's a little excessive, though?
No, because he's been having a lot of instances, yo. He had a situation where he beat up a kid. He went to a Foot Locker or a shoe store and was trying to threaten a kid.
Okay.
His mother told him to come to the store, and he just doing that, wilding out. Of course, the beam thing with the gun, showing off the beam and putting the beam on people. One of the visiting players, I forget what team it was.
Oh, that's crazy.
Did that, and then these
that.
are all things that happened this year.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, he got to sit down. He got to sit down.
And then, of course, the strip club and shit, showing a gun in a strip club. All right, now it's like, bro, you outside showing a gun in a strip club while on live.
Right.
Then you say, I apologize, I shouldn't do it. So it's like, and then outside again, listening to music, showing a gun. And then a report come out that he's saying it was just a lighter. Like, yo, where is the accountability at?
Accountability.
Where is the you're a superstar playing in the NBA. Right. You should not be putting yourself in these situations. I'm sorry, I don't care. You can't say you're employed. You're making millions of dollars. You're employed by a national basketball association. You get paid to play basketball for a living. It's a corporation. It represents a lot of brands. It's a lot of sponsorships. It's a lot of things. You don't just work at Dunkin' Donuts. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Dunkin' Donuts.
You don't work at a regular. You don't work at a regular place.
Eyes on you.
Yeah. So
you had a responsibility to be like it's young kids that whether you like it or not, it's young kids that want to be like you. It's going to be young kids that want dreadlocks and dip their dreadlocks in green and stuff like that. And they still love them. Nike didn't drop them. Nike keeping them. So that says a lot. Like, and that's another question. Like, Kyrie Irving posted a link to a documentary. Nike takes his deal. He loses other sponsorships. League suspends him. Said he needs to go to a whole rehabilitation. I mean, not rehabilitation. Excuse me. What is it? Counseling or whatever. A number of things he had to do to play the game. He had to do all these things to play a game. Right. All the stuff I just named. Right. Get seen on live with the gun. He says his team didn't even suspend him. They just said he's going to sit down for a while. He's going to do some things. He wasn't ordered to do anything. They just basically whatever. They didn't know how to really handle the situation. Then he does it again. Anyway, all that to say, he still has his deal. It just says a lot about our nation and our country because I'm not saying that one is bad or one is good or whatever. I'm just saying like you just look at the demographic of that. And they want us to do the things that Ja's doing. They don't really care. They want us to do that. They want us to show the guns and they cool with that. Okay, 25 games. You'll be back playing again. Nike still keep you. It ain't really a big deal. Whatever. But in his eyes, he probably look at it like, bro, they're gonna still love me. I'm gonna still play the game. So it ain't like I'm not doing nothing that's hurting anybody's pockets for real. Basically doing more of a detriment to itself than anybody else. And they like to see that. They don't care about that. Yeah. And Kyrie is trying to bring light to something.
Kyrie was just trying to, again, show some information to people that might not have known about something. And that's what happened. So a lot of that, of course, is stemming around a whole bunch of stuff that we're not going to get into. But I'm just saying the NBA chooses what they feel as though they're going to do. But then 25 games, man, I mean, I think it was right.
Yeah, I mean, because I was sitting there looking at it. I'm like, yeah, you playing like, because my question was, that is not if it's a registered gun. If it was registered.
If it's a registered gun, he owns the gun.
That's not against the law.
It's not against the law at all.
He's not breaking, but he's messing up the conduct. He's messing with the conduct of the actual.
Even with it being legal, cool. If that's the case, then why don't you do a tutorial on how to use a gun for kids to know?
Yeah.
Don't just be out in the streets with it, showing it.
It's dangerous.
With it in the middle of a club or wherever you were, like
how
in a car driving around. That's not how you're supposed to have a firearm. Like it's not a toy. If it's if it was a toy or not, if it was an actual firearm, which again it's supposed allegedly whatever.
Even if
you gotta be more careful.
Even if it was a toy, let's just say it was a toy, and a young man doesn't know that. Mm-hmm. He just sees Ja Morant, his favorite basketball player, waving around a gun. So
he wants to do it too.
I done grown dreads like Ja Morant. I want to wear number, what is he, 13?
12.
Number 12. Mm-hmm. I want to wear number 12 playing basketball. That's what I want to wear. I want to wear the same shoes that Ja Morant got. I want to do this because people look at you like that. I mean, they look at you, And John Morant, he listened to whoever, Uncle whoever, like whatever rapper. That's his favorite rapper. So let me check him out. You know what I'm saying? You got serial followers and they young kids and they look up to you. Now John Morant's playing with a gun. How would he feel if somebody was playing with a gun and it went off and he was like, and when it got to court, and the judge was like, "Why did you do that?" And the young boy's crying really bad. He was a good kid or whatever like that. He was like, "I only did that because I seen my favorite basketball player waving the gun." That's why you gotta be careful. Like I know it's not all the way fair to be looked upon like that, but you know you.
I mean,
you gotta be responsible.
Charles Barkley had that campaign. We were telling kids, I'm not a role model.
Right.
He was telling kids that I'm not a role model. Don't follow my actions and what I do. I'm not here to be your role model. Right. You should have someone in your home to teach you these things and be your role model. You know what I mean? So if you go about it that way and you specifically tell, the world that, and you got sponsors behind you, then it makes more sense. If you do get out of line, you already put a disclaimer out like, look, I'm not here to teach your kids how to be an adult. That's not my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your job. But some kids do look up to these superstars and these basketball players as their role models. But, that's what it is. But if you're going to be in that light and they're looking up to you, you got to make a choice. You got to be responsible or not. And if you're not going to be responsible, that's on you.
But for me, Charles Barkley, that's still not a pass because like you're in the eye. Like I mean, I understand like but you're in the eye, the public eye. So it's going to be kids like, okay, what if kids didn't want to buy your Barkley shoes? Like, what happens? There's a lot of people in them shoes. It's fire too. Yeah, that's a Barkley.
And they don't buy them. They don't buy them. I mean, it's not about he still.
What if people not going to support? Like, what if people not coming? Like, it gotta be a level of responsibility. Like, people are coming to see you. People was coming to Philadelphia to see him. People were coming to Phoenix to see him. You know what I mean? So it still got to be a level of accountability. I understand what you're saying. I understand what he's saying, but it still has to be some level of accountability.
Yeah.
When a kid says like, because maybe he doesn't have a father, or maybe he doesn't have an uncle, and Charles Barkley. Like for me, when I was a little kid, nobody couldn't tell me anything about Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice was my favorite player. That's my favorite player of all time. Nobody could tell me anything about Jerry Rice. I'm a big guy. I'm a heavy-set guy. I wasn't a wide receiver, nothing like that. But Jerry Rice was my favorite player of all time. And my second one was Deion Sanders and Ken Griffey Jr. People like that, Frank Thomas. Like, so I was looking at them as a kid. Like, you couldn't tell me anything wrong about them. You know what I'm saying? I used to get in real bad arguments about. Now you laugh at it, but Jerry Rice and Michael Irvin, people used to be like, Michael Irvin's better than Jerry Rice. I'm like, are you crazy? Like, you know what I'm saying? But you feel that way because that's your guy. Even like in wrestling, you know what I'm saying? Watching wrestling, like when younger growing up, you was Hulk Hogan or Macho Man was your guy. Right, Ultimate Warrior was your guy. Like that's your guy. Like even if like Ultimate Warrior, I was watching documentaries and Ultimate Warrior kind of like he didn't do that too, and Hulk Hogan would go behind the scenes and supposedly be like a jerk behind the scenes and stuff like that. Like, but what I'm getting at is you don't know that though. Like all you see is what's on TV, and that's my guy. And it gotta be some type of responsibility of man, that person guy. It sucks. But it is what it is.
You got fans, man. That's what they are, fans. They're not, your children. They're fans. I'm just, I'm just speaking in that, just so when you do have that fame or somebody wants to be like you or stuff like that, you do got a responsibility to show a certain level of just like being in the public eye.
Right.
But I mean, if you're in the public eye, you're in the public eye, but that's not their responsibility to show 100% role model figure that this I'm the one that your child should be getting financial tips on, or I'm the way that they're supposed to live their lives. I mean, I want to dress like so and so or play like so and so or spit a rap like so and so, but I don't know what it is like on their personal life, like, you know what I'm saying? But you know, we all have done it. I'm not saying that, but it's, you know, it is a line that these kids is growing up now in these days. Again, you know, they listen to a lot of different type of music that gives them confidence or makes them feel a certain way, and they get that feeling like, man, this me. This is what I do. This is who I am. Right. This is what I'm into. This is blah blah blah, and it gives them that charge. But you know, is it right that they take that and feel like that? But again, that's another thing. Like, it's just music though, so you got to teach your kids that this is just entertainment. Yeah. This is not your way of life. These people live this life. You live this life, and if they probably not even speaking on something they really done. Right. You gotta. It's fictitious. You know, at the end of the day, you know, when it comes to like just music, but you know, athletes different because you know they don't have it's all. Don't get me wrong. It's a sport. It's a activity. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have the ability to say this is just theoretical. Theatrical or just. I mean, it's just entertainment though. Right. At the end of the day, it's just entertainment.
But it takes, and also like you can't take like we saying, you can't let the parents off the hook. We have a responsibility to let our kids know that this is not, you know, because it's almost like if Superman's your guy, Spider-Man your guy, you just seen him jump off a building, you better not jump off that building. You'll be flying, but you'll be flying somewhere else. You know, something like that.
I thought I was Superman.
Yeah. Don't try to be Superman. You put that cape on. You see that cape on be going right up like.
I still think I'm Superman. That's the thing. Yeah. Like, you still have those inspirations of superheroes in you, and it's okay to do that, but you do have to figure out it is some reality to this. It's definitely like, I can't do the things Superman can really do. Right. But I can grab that power and make me feel like I can do these things. But again, we're talking about a fictional superhero character, not a actual person that's rapping.
That's true.
And you can hear their music, and then you can see them, and then they doing things that you can have access to, and it's like, well, I can do that too. It's a lot different. It's a lot different. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous. So, praying for the children that, you know, see someone like Ja or someone like anybody, be a young boy or whoever. That, come on, guys, it's entertainment. You know, your lifestyle can be a certain way. You don't have to portray something that you're not. Be yourself, and if you are going through things in real life, you know, try to find ways to get out of that and then better your life. And again, parents are the most important thing. Mentors, parents, schools, home schooling, whatever we can do to help our kids, man. Let's not leave them in the dark, allowing these entertainers to raise them. That's not what we should be doing.
Because it takes a village to raise children. Yeah, you know, it's information that I can give, or the mom can give, that the grandmother gives way more, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like different avenues in life. Yeah. So, and so like you said, shout out to the kids, man. Let's keep the kids locked in. But back to the sports, just to let you know, I'm with you for far as the Ravens are concerned. I don't know about the Super Bowl because that is a tough AFC. Let alone the AFC North. And the AFC North, I think it's 3 top 10 quarterbacks in that division. Like, I'm talking about franchise quarterbacks. Yeah, it is. Like, you can go with even. I mean, obviously, I think Lamar Jackson is the most dynamic. I think quarterback Cincinnati, my brain ain't working right now. Joe Burrow. Mm-hmm. I think Joe Burrow is like so systematic, man. But he is so systematic and making play. And then I think Deshaun Watson, he's an amazing quarterback too. Yeah, for sure. And the Steelers always are going to be the Steelers. Yeah. So like in my mind, I can see that division, everybody beating each other up. I don't think nobody's going to fall. Like I can see that division. This team's 10-6 or 10-7. This other team is 9-8. This other team is 9-8, and this other team is 9-8. Something like that. Like it's crazy. Like how good that division is. Yeah, it's going to be a battle. So it's going to definitely be a battle. But I think the Ravens, as far as offensively, man. Odell Beckham. I think me personally, I ain't gonna lie. I think the Ravens. I know y'all love y'all running backs, man, but man, Dalvin Cook won the Ravens, man. Oh man, I think because Dalvin Cook just got released.
Wow, you really want us to win a Super Bowl then, huh?
Yeah, Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, we want to win it if we get Dalvin Cook for sure.
I was about to say Dalvin Cook, and then Odell, and then Bateman, and then like man, it's a lot of weapons, and
Man,
then Lamar Jackson just ripping and running, and
it's just gonna be a good season, bro.
it's a good season, man. And far as like for my team, I always say we going to the Super Bowl. In my mind, we going 17-0, and then going to the Super Bowl and winning it. But you know, you gotta really think, nah, we gonna go 17-0. We definitely gonna win that Christmas game against that bum ass team from Baltimore. The Christmas game.
Bum ass team from Baltimore. Who's the bum ass team from Baltimore?
Nah, but the
I'm
Ravens,
just trying to figure out
the Ravens.
Are you talking about the Ravens?
The Ravens.
Oh wow.
The Ravens. The Ravens.
No, go ahead.
The Ravens play the 49ers on Christmas Day.
That's
man.
what it do.
It'd be nice, man, to go out to Santa Clara, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it out there.
Oh, that's what's up. That's gonna be that's fire right there. That's a good matchup. That's a
nice game. That's a nice matchup, man.
Good matchup on Christmas Day.
Yeah, that's a great. You sit down with the kids and you know what I'm saying, have your little what's the thing? I think I'm gonna do that this year too. Finally, the family.
Wait. Oh, pajamas. Oh, yeah.
I ain't never do that before.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Never. You got a big family to do it. I'm sure we're gonna definitely embark on some festivities. I mean, we always do. You know what I mean? My wife she all about it. And that's funny. I just said my wife. Yeah, I got a wife.
Yeah.
My wife is all about it. So we're gonna be doing all of that good stuff for sure.
Yeah, but
So yeah,
the 49ers. I think this football season is gonna be good. Like I said, I'm excited about the basketball season too. Shout out to the Orioles for balling out. Orioles balling out.
Number 2 in the AL. AL East right now. Yeah. Number 3, I believe, in the whole AL.
Yeah, they doing their
American
thing,
League. Yeah. So we right there.
Orioles on that thing. It's pretty. It's like you said. It's a dead spot right now, as far as like sports. And
sports.
Stuff,
but
it's baseball. So
what you think about the BET Awards? Real quick, we're gonna wrap it up soon. What you think about the BET Awards, yo?
You know what's funny? Only thing I seen from the BET Awards, because I was looking on YouTube, was the Migos performing. I thought that was pretty dope.
Definitely dope. See them on stage.
Shout out. I did see. I'm lying. I saw Keith Murray perform too. Shout out to him.
Keith Murray, Redman, and Eric Sermon perform.
I was so worried about Keith Murray. If you ain't see that video, but that's the only thing I seen. It's somebody I follow on. She be down here. I think her name is Honey Stacks, and she was I don't know where I know her from. I know her from somewhere, but she went to the BET Awards. So I was saying like a lot of little highlights that she was sitting right next to Michael Blackston and everything like that. I think she's a host or something. But yeah, I didn't catch too much of the BET Awards.
It wasn't a bad show. They had supported the 50th anniversary of hip hop. They did some things. Kid Capri did his thing. Brought a lot of legends out. Busta Rhymes got the hip hop achievement award.
Well deserved.
And just seeing the new artists with some of the older artists, some of the veterans in the game was dope. You know what I mean? Styles came out. Couple heavy hitters. Heavy hitters came out, man. It was good. It was a good show. I think it was cool.
Speaking of hip hop, man, what you think about this?
Jim Jones and Pusha T. Yeah. Oh man. That's definitely. I'm waiting to hear what Pusha got to say because Jim responded, of course. Yeah. But it's all started, of course. I mean, someone who may not know how to start it, but it started from Drake bringing out Dipset at the Harlem show that he did in Apollo, and it seemed like Jim was feeling himself and jumped out there and started just randomly talking about Pusha T, saying he's not a top 50 artist or top 50 rapper of all time. Crazy. Which is I mean I definitely give him top 50.
Top 50.
For sure, like that's a no-brainer to me. I mean, but there's a lot of artists, but a lot of rappers.
Yeah, 50. I mean, he's better than Jim Jones. I think
lyrically, you think he make better songs than Jim Jones?
No, I don't think he made better songs.
Make better hits.
Jim Jones got the hits, I think, because it's Dipset. I've been a big fan of Dipset, but I think, far as lyrical
raps,
yeah, this is somebody that
I mean, he got summer with Miami, summer's in the air.
That's what I'm saying. He got a lot of stuff.
I mean, like, what song you like? And I think that was his point. And I don't know. And like, I don't think this stemmed from like the whole Drake thing. I just think that his point was he don't got no name 5 Pusha T records. He was like, name 5 Pusha T records. He was like, you know, give me a line from Pusha T's song. And not saying that he don't have these. It's just like if you just off the brick, like
I can't think.
Can you? I mean, I got some personal favorites I like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But some of them are features. Some of them are his songs. He was like that. He's like no features. But I mean, everybody got songs with features. I mean, if you just went out the brick, like I just said, like that's some in Miami. You got like Ballin'.
Pop Champagne.
Yeah, I mean, Pop Champagne, that's one.
He had a lot of stuff with Max B too, man.
Yeah, Max B, he got joints, man. And it's, of course, joints with Dipset. I mean, but
he got the hits.
That was just his argument. But now he started something. Because, Push said what he said on that record called Chains and Whips. Clips record, actually.
Yeah.
And I heard it on the radio today on Sirius XM today.
Yeah.
And that record is fire.
Yeah.
That record with Malice and Pusha T called Whips and Chains is fire. They premiered it at the Louis V Summer Spring 2024 fashion line that, of course, Pharrell is the head of fashion design there at Louis Vuitton now. He had his first fashion show, had brought Hove out. Hove did a set. There's a whole bunch of, everybody was there. Yeah. But anyway, they dropped that song. And there was shots in there. He said what he said.
Some shots.
Pusha said, I know where you're delicate, and saying these rhymes and talking to him, you know what I mean? Reality TV is mud wrestling, and he's saying these bars, and it's they was clever. It was a good song. It's a great song.
Clever stuff, man.
But Jim didn't waste no time, and respected Jim. He did not waste no time, and his reply was pretty dope. It wasn't. He's on the ropes right now.
But I think Jim Jones is already prepared. I think.
Yeah, I mean, he was probably ready for it. He don't care.
He knew it was coming because he knows.
I mean, if you're going to say that on the radio on Breakfast Club, then you pretty much looking for the smoke. So
Yeah. So
not saying he's not as, didn't mean malice or shit. No pun intended. He didn't mean malice behind it.
Yeah.
But maybe he just felt like he wanted to say it. But he felt like people saying he's trying to get a Drake feature to help his career. Like, that's been a narrative that he's trying to get a Drake feature since he was in Apollo. So I don't know. But I'm waiting for Pusha T response.
Yeah, Pusha T.
He's on the clock.
Speaking of Drake,
he's on the clock.
Speaking of Drake, Pusha T went at Drake, and man, so like I'm talking about. I think that was about 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's a little minute ago. You bringing that up?
Yeah. But Pusha T is very systematic. He's very methodical. He is a technician.
We'll see, yo.
He's a technician. He is a writing technician.
It's a certain type of person. When you do battling, it's certain type of artists and people that you can go at and say certain things and have something to say about. But when you go into somebody like a Jim or Cam, these guys, they beef with Nas. Like, they beef with the best there was. They didn't care. And they dropped records and records and records. And I got to smack your kufi off. Like, he said these things on wax to Nas.
But it didn't matter to the point. Like, think about it. Jim Jones, Nas, even Cameron. You listen to Cameron, and like Jay-Z killed him with one line. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you balling, what am I doing? What I'm doing can't be defined.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
He had a whole song balling, a banger. That's a banger.
I'm just saying.
If y'all balling, what I'm doing can't be defined. Yeah. Jones can't. What do he say? Jones can't keep up. Well, maybe my nigga Nas.
He said a lot of stuff, and
and that was small. That was just small.
But my point, I think, is just it depends on who the opinion of it, and some people think, regardless of these beefs, it is what it is. But I'm saying, like, when you size them up to the person that they battle and the person that's rapping against whoever, some people gonna have the tenacity. Don't care about who you are. I'm gonna still get these bars off, and you're gonna still get this work. And it's going to be up for opinion, but I'm going to give you my shots. Like, I'm not going to crawl into a hole and I'm going to give you these bars. I'm going to take your beat. I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to say whatever I want to say. I'm not scared of you. You're not nobody that is posing a threat, whatever. So that's good to see because, of course, like you said, Pusha did that to Drizzy. And then, of course, Drizzy career didn't really have a tarnish on it. Yeah, he did, of course, had some things that he was not able to complete. Like, you know, it was a nick in the arm, or like or however you want to call it.
Yeah.
It was. So, I mean, he definitely lost that. But now you're dealing with, again, a guy that, you know, Jim is not lyrically, song wise, not Drake, but he's Jim Jones. Like, he don't care about none of that. He's going to say what he got to say.
Nah, Jim Jones is one of my, like I said, one of my favorite groups was Dipset. So actually was listening to Dipset today. So like it's not like I just like I call a spade a spade. Like when I look at, you know, far as battling, like you know what I'm saying, like almost like it's kinda like Freeway. Love Freeway. Freeway against Cassidy. It's not saying that Jim Jones but Freeway battling Cassidy.
That was such a different.
Yeah, it's just
that was just
know, it's just like what I'm getting at is it's just like Freeway is an excellent rapper. He is like the stuff that he talk about, like it's just I love it.
Yeah, delivery and songwriting. It's good. It's a good songwriting. They both got Cassidy and Freeway got you know good songs. They both.
But if you ask, but be honest with you,
he's more of a battle rapper. Though. I mean, Cassidy is more of a battle rapper. Yeah. Like his bars are dedicated to like straightforward to your face, even if it's not a battle song. He's saying them intentionally because that's how some rappers do too. Like you can have a battle song in your mind that you compete with somebody because you saying you're the best and you're saying these things, but it's not really a direct to somebody particularly. You're just talking to everybody. Right. So when you go into a battle, you already in that mode. So it's not really hard to like really go into detail if you already think I'm the best and I'm saying what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why Pusha is good at that because when he raps, he already be talking to dudes like y'all not messing with me. I'm this, you know what I mean, blah blah. So speaking in first person, being direct, like that's what it is.
Yeah. Definitely, man. So that, I mean, like I said, it's a sight, man. There's some exciting stuff coming up, man. I'm glad we back with the Transparency Podcast, and I know y'all wondering, man. I got my big old shirt, man.
Let them see it.
I'm about to start pitting them online, man. Oh my goodness, yeah, look at that, man. That's
Big O.
Yeah, Big
O. The merch is on the way.
Yeah, the merch is on the way. We're gonna have the Transparency merch, all types of stuff, man. I think this is amazing, man.
Big. Keep it moving.
I'm excited, man. And then you got the Chaz Moody Media, man.
We still building. We still working, man. We building.
He did my daughter's prom, man.
Thank you for that too, brother.
Stuff, man.
Appreciate that.
Man, Taylor, shout out to Taylor.
Appreciate that,
Trouble
man.
Trouble Taylor. You know, but she enjoyed the stuff. It was a nice send off, man. If you need some pictures done, you know,
pictures, video recaps, podcasts, events capture, you know, whatever you need, man. We can come up with something for you. Promotion. Videography, commercials, content. Let's work. I've been working, so let's get it in. You know what I mean? Let's go. Purpose is important to me, you know. Love the purpose. Let it help people out, give them their vision. That's my goal.
Yeah, give them their vision, man.
Help them out.
That's amazing, bro. So, damn.
For sure.
Definitely all I got, man. This is a great 50th episode.
For sure, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, like, share. Transparency Podcast. We in here.
And make sure y'all comment, too. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to get these views up. So,
yes.
Yeah. So, man, I hope that you love this podcast. Please like, share, subscribe, and comments. I go by the name of Big O. Got my guy Moody here.
Yeah, man. You already know.
And this is the Transparency Podcast.